Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Norik Archer. Am I in the wrong for telling my girlfriend we are in no position to buy a house? My girlfriend had a friend slash colleague mention to her, "Oh, I'm selling my house, and if the current offer falls through, I'd like to offer it to you guys." Apparently, it's a very nice four-bedroom. For like 200,000, she wanted us to look at it and consider trying to make it work. I pretty much said no like 3 different ways. Exclaimed we aren't ready for that right now. Her argument was about the first time home buyer programs and all the help we could apply for, but I don't think it's smart right now. We've been together a couple of years now and frequently like to talk about the day we can finally get a house together and all the things that come with it once we get to a place where that's feasible, but the truth is I'm not even close to being there right now. Thing is, I'm not really concerned about my income in any way. It's hers that worries me and makes me feel like we aren't ready. I'm in my mid-30s and gross about 60K a year, with around 68K of that being a cash bonus at the end of the year. I understand that that's not substantial into this day and age, but it's the best I've ever done. My job is steady and has never been threatened of layoffs or lack of work and a constant 40 hours a week. Her situation is much less comfortable, in my eyes, but maybe I'm wrong. Since at least a few years prior to us getting together, she's been doing two things. One is helping out at her parents' farm, which she gets paid what amounts to about maybe $14 an hour. The farm frequently just breaks even each month, and sometimes they ask her not to cash her checks for a week or two because they don't have enough to pay her in the moment. On top of that, when winter hits, things slow way down and she typically works less. The second thing she's been doing is trying to grow her own business, baking slash pastry, where she sells it at a farmer's market and takes on personal orders. Fortunately, in the spring slash summer months, this does fairly well. She can make 400 to 500 above cost on a good day, and the market is every Saturday. But come winter, it changes to twice a month, where she sometimes barely makes cost on a good day, might make 100 to 200 in profit. Now, I fully support her trying to get the business going and would honestly do anything I could to help it grow, so she could accomplish her dream of opening her own storefront. But I truly feel that with the constant up and down of her income and never knowing how things are going to go, jumping into buying a home right now is just not a smart idea. To add some more context, since before we met and even now, she for some reason cannot win with vehicles. They've always been breaking down and nickel and diming her. We even got a loan in my name to finally get her something nice. And that too has been nothing but problems. This last year, we spent a couple grand fixing it. She also mentioned to me early on that she pretty much always lived paycheck to paycheck, so that it's all she really knows. While I say it hasn't been that bad for a whole time, she definitely lives tax return to tax return. It's usually fairly big since she has a child, but she's already digging into what she's had set aside for savings because she's asked not to cash her checks for a week or two. Am I wrong for feeling the way I do? Are we just not in a safe enough financial position to try buying a house, especially in today's market? We've lightly talked about her getting a different, better paying job, but it's never been serious because she doesn't want to abandon her parents. Even though there are a few old co-workers that would offer her jobs in a second. I asked her what happens if we get a house and things get bad and we can't afford to go on, and her answer is then I will drop everything and get a different job, which to me seems backwards and too late. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Hi OP. I completely see your point and I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, cause you're probably the only stable income. Only way, man, that's such a good deal though. Only 210K for a house. Out here, it's like 6K. No, not 6K, 600K. Sorry. Some other places for a little dinky house, it's like 1 million. OP, I know you're not making a lot, but man, that is a good deal. That is a really good deal. If you can afford it yourself and get it in your name, I don't know if you can do that. Maybe pull the trigger because I don't think you're going to get a good deal like that ever again. Because she doesn't have a steady source of income. Things might go south with you guys. She has a kid. I don't know why you're dealing with that, OP. She's not good with money. And I'm not talking about her opening a business. That's cool. So I applaud people taking that risk. But If you don't think it's right for you, then don't do it because, it's your money. And it sounds like you're going to have to be the one taking care of business with everything because she's not making a lot on the farm. The selling the food's not making a lot. It all pretty much comes down to you. And I think you should have the final say on this because like I said, it's probably going to be all you. So I'm going to say you're not in the wrong. But man, that's a good deal in the house. And our second one comes from Awkward Coconut, 8177. Neighbor awkwardly told my husband that she has no boundaries. Okay, we have a fairly new neighbor, 2 houses down from us, who is a single mom who works from home and has a middle school age son. We have a kindergartner and a first grader, and we welcome them into the neighborhood. And the kids have had a handful of play dates. We invited them to last year's 4th of July celebration and got to know her a little bit better, and had a handful of red flags pop up. And we've remained pretty amiable, but haven't gotten close. Pretty much kept our hangouts to birthday parties and friendly hellos. She has called on us for neighborly issues, mostly asking if my husband could come over and give her a hand with some things around the house. Ooh, that's how that starts. I have no issues with this, so my husband told me about a funny exchange they had yesterday that kinda had me awkwardly laughing. My husband was in a rush to get out of the house, and was stopped by her new dog running over. Of course, they talked about the dog. As he was trying to leave the house after he told her a couple times that he really had to go, she got real serious with him and told him that she wanted to let him know that there were some rumors going around about her. So she wanted to get ahead of it. Apparently, there have been a couple guys that are supposedly spreading rumors about her. That she has no boundaries. The funny thing about this is that we have no mutual friends. We don't have the type of neighborhood where people hang out, or really even know each other beyond the level of waving or nodding as leaving the neighborhood. In other words, there is no reason or foundation of why we would hear anything negativity about her. My husband got the awkward impression that she was trying to flirt with him, and she kept on reiterating that she has no boundaries. I can't help but laugh a little, and we both have the impression that she was trying to plant the seed or plant the idea of an offer to him. I'm just curious if other people might read this exchange as her making an awkward attempt to open something up with him. Just curious of what other people's impressions are. Oh, I've heard this scenario. Oh, can you please come over and fix this thing, big strong neighbor guy? Yeah, I think she was trying to shoot her shot at him and really awkwardly. That's how you do it. Some guys are saying that I'm real easy, but I'm not. But I am. That's what it sounds like to me. So OP, I get that vibe. But your husband told you and all that, so I'm not worried about him doing anything. Sounds like you guys just laughed it off. Personally, if I were your husband though, and you, I'd keep my distance from that woman because she might try to. I don't believe in putting myself in situations where people could misconstrue things. Well, if I can, and sounds like you guys can. If I were you and your husband, I just wouldn't deal with her. If I were your husband, I wouldn't go over there anymore. Or if I do have to go over there, you come with him. You know what I mean? So she can't pull anything. So OP, yeah, you're not in the wrong. She was totally trying to shoot her shot at him. And our final one comes from Jamisa 1039. Am I wrong for feeling ripped off? My dad and stepmom offered to take me overseas to a destination of my choice for my college graduation. They said that they were going to pay for my whole trip, and I wanted to take my girlfriend. I could pay them about $900 for the plane ticket, which I agreed to. Yeah, that's fair. They're covering you, and then you got your girlfriend. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. However, as the trip is coming up, I get a text from my mom that the plane ticket will actually be $1,200, and I owe her $900 for a variety of activities, including hotels that my stepmom booked as my girlfriend portions out the trip. So, a trip that I had no part in planning and was supposed to be a gift for my graduation is happening during my birthday is going to cost me $2,000. My girlfriend keeps insisting that this is insane, especially since they dropped $30K on assisting my stepsister's divorce proceedings, and seeing that I never asked for anything from them, am I in the wrong for feeling slighted by this? Hi, OP. No, you're not in the wrong. I know if I was offering someone a trip, I'd pay for everything for them, especially if it's a present. It's a present. And I understand where they're coming from with your girlfriend paying for her ticket. That's cool. I get that because the trip is for you. It's your present. Totally cool. Get that part. Yeah, but then them suddenly changing everything at the end, coming back. Oh, now you owe us this much money. And this is your gift from them. Why are you paying money for your gift? That's insane. Yeah, I'm with your girlfriend. That's crazy. And they're over here spending 30K on divorce proceedings, but they can't, do the whole 2K for you. Personally, OP, I would tell them, guys, this is too much money for me. I just graduated. I don't have 2K to waste on a trip. And just leave them at that. Let them try to cancel everything or let them go themselves. It does sound like they're trying to, get one over on you. And that's messed up. It's a gift. This isn't even a gift anymore. Like, okay, so now you have to pay for all your stuff and you don't even get to decide on what you want to do. Like, what kind of lame crap is that? No, OP, you're not in the wrong. I would just tell them no, save your money, OP. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.